Hey, grand rising, beautiful souls. So the technical issues never seem to faze me. And you know what? That's okay, because at least I'm showing up authentically and not worried about it. What up? So beautiful, beautiful. If you are local, you might be experiencing our snowstorm. Lovely Mother Nature. And thus we need the moisture. Wow, it was getting so dry out there. On our way home from our weekend adventures, we came across many burn bans, as well as a fire that actually got out of hand and almost swept through a town. So, we are dry, needing the moisture, and here we are. Welcome back on the journey to your inner self. Quite the weekend. Wow. So on the journey to our inner self, we've been talking quite a bit about divine masculine and divine feminine energies. And hello, good morning. And how about making peace with the simplicity of rest and recuperation? Feeling your feelings, getting to know shadow self. So thank you for being here. If you are just joining or watching the live or the replay, feel free to say hi in the comments below and let me know how this work has been for you. I'm curious. You are welcome to also ask me anything. Shadow work, self-love, self-healing, whatever it might be. Sorry for the thing, the tilt, guys. I'll try this. I feel like my phone's gonna fall that way. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, here we go. So, feel free to, ask me anything. Reminder that this is a judgment-free zone. This is a safe zone where we welcome curiosity and mistakes and humanity. So on today's journey to inner self, questions and answers. It's actually a new thing. I want to keep going. If you have any questions, let me know throughout this talk. If you aren't joining live and you're watching the replay and you have any sort of questions, DM me and I will share them next week on next week's TGIM live. And if you'd like to remain anonymous, let me know. You can. Oh, this human experience. It is what it is. Oh, it is what it is. We are all experiencing this human life on our own levels, right? We need not compare how someone is loving themselves or how we are loving ourselves. We don't need to compare what someone else's self-care is to what we are doing. No. None of that. We also don't need to compare our mistakes and our failures and our shadow self to those of others. I don't have any music today. That's weird. When we experience triggers, personal offenses, or desire for boundaries, a longing for boundaries, and these intense emotions come up, such as anxiety, depression, fear, anger, frustration, which we've been having a lot with the Aries, the dark and new moon this past weekend. When these feelings come up, they are a sign. Okay? So, being that we are each unique individuals, what works for one person may not work for another. Yet we can, good morning, yet we can love them for their differences. We can love ourselves for our differences, even if it doesn't align with our truth. And so this past weekend with the Aries dark and new moon, it surfaced a lot of shadows that were beneath their surfaces. And this is okay. This is okay. Anger, frustrations, procrastinations, allow these to be loved. Allow yourself to open up, because what we resist persists. Notice where we are judging ourselves for feeling these feelings, or for just being who we are, or where we are judging others for being who and where they authentically are. Any questions? I have one. Where might you be unwilling to accept your shadows, yet willing to cast judgment on others for theirs? Aries has a lot of startup energy, and this is being right now exalted into Taurus. So although Aries has all this fiery action energy, it actually means going slow and steady will serve your highest self, will serve your greatest good right now. All this fire energy could result in burnout. Remember, rest and recuperation are just as important as creation and action. Mwah. The seeds you've been planting lately need the nurturing and care. And that being said, we can't just release something that we don't like about ourselves. We can't just let something go that we don't like about ourselves. It's about accepting and loving our shadow first. Acknowledgement of shadow self first. So, release the judgment or the expectations on yourself that you should be where somebody else is just because the knowledge is there. Just because you came across the knowledge doesn't automatically give you the, there we go, I'm embodied it now. No. Go steady. Take your time. Practice makes mastery. Daily nurturing. Prosperous gardens take patience. And we all came here to grow and nurture our prosperous garden. And they are meant to look all different and all unique and not the same. And so allowing yourself for that uniqueness, that specialty, that rarity, the you that makes you you, and celebrate it. Even if it's not the most flattering or picture perfect part of self, when we see ourselves living and breathing our authenticity, it's miraculous. The feeling inside and out is absolutely miraculous. When we see someone else living and breathing their authenticity, celebrate with them. Even if it doesn't align with your truth, that's okay. Let's celebrate. We're here to have fun and make the most out of our time here. Any questions? And holding up 1 sec. Maybe we are triggered. Maybe we experience offenses or we get personally offended by someone else or something else. It touches a part of us where we are still needing to be healed, where we wish we could speak or seek truth and clarity. How can we truly honor and accept someone else for seeking, speaking, and sharing their truth when we're not allowing ourselves that same space? How can we honor these people, especially when it doesn't align with ours? So I gently ask you, where might you be honoring and accepting your truth? We cannot accept, heal, transmute, and be reborn all in one moon phase. That's crazy talk. Plus, there is no race to the finish line. There is no moment where it's like, we get here and we get to this place of ascension or spiritual wokeness or whatever it may be. The finish line is when we transition back into spirit form. So what's the rush? What's the need for perfection? Go at your own path. Go at your own pace. Find what works for you, beautiful souls. Not other people. Not what other professionals or people out there are saying. Deeply give yourself permission to make mistakes, get things wrong, seek for your truth, and let it look like however it's going to look like for you. No one else has the answers you are looking for. You do. It's true. And although this journey of finding ourselves comes up with a lot of questions, thanks to our programming and beliefs from previous life experiences, we live in this place in our mind with this lens of how we view the world. Each person is unique and different in their lens. One word can have 100 different meanings to 100 different people. So accepting that authenticity, accepting that truth. These question and answers are to help blast through limiting beliefs or fears you may have about stepping onto your journey to your inner self. We're here for the ride. We might as well enjoy the trip. And so the Reawaken Your Life discovery session is complimentary for you to have that opening one-on-one, private, confidential, safe space. I help guide you to the answers that are right there inside of you. Traditional modalities may pressure you into accepting or acknowledging everything and all at once. And so this isn't rational. We have to go at our own pace. And this can have us putting all our energy into willpower, which is trying to override the wounds and the limiting beliefs and the fears that are laying in our subconscious through the conscious mind. That leads to burnout, to self-doubt, to not, to making some steps and then falling off and defaulting to old patterns. The super secret here is make the conscious decision to go within your subconscious. I'll say it louder. Making the conscious decision to go within your subconscious and heal these shadows through acceptance and finding the right tools for you. How does that sound? Yeah. So, I invite you to a Reawaken Your Life complimentary discovery chat. I have availability for all sorts of budgets. I know money is a really huge thing right now for a lot of people, especially in the uncertainty that we live in. There are services for each and every budget. There is nothing standing in the way of you having freedom, health, and healing. Okay? I promise. I promise. And so some of the answers, or some of the questions that I received this week were, do I need to be into tarot or witchy things to work with you? And the answer is no. No, you don't. You need to be simply you, human, and ready to do the work. And so that is that, yeah. And second, just a sec. Okay. The second question was, how do we meet? Is it over video or is it in person? It's personal preference. This work is personal. And so, yeah, it is totally up to you. I love meeting people in person. If you're in the area and it's available, it's so much better in person, hands-on experience. However, I can meet you in the comfort of your own home, in your jammies, through FaceTime, Zoom, whichever it may be. What type of coaching do I do? I love this question. I am called a coach, but I'm just a friend. I support you. I'm a support. I'm an inspirational, supportive friend. One that will, be truthful and honest with you and help refresh and bring new energy to your world in the ways that you may have been doing things previously. We focus on self-love, self-care, connection to self, connection to others through mind, body, and spirit. We do this by looking at your internal map through the eyes of astrology and elemental disposition. I think that's the word. Disposition. And what that means is that we each have a unique map. And that your elemental makeup is different. And so if you have a lot of fire and air, you may need to be bringing in more groundedness because you're oftentimes living in your head. Or if you have a lot of earth and water energy, you may be struggling finding that spark, that joy, inspired action, whatever it may be. So, oh yeah, and what works for earth people might not work for a fire sign. So we have these water people out there trying to step foot in a fire program, and it doesn't work for them because it's not aligning with their authentic self, which adds to more discouragement. This isn't working for me. It's adding more evidence into the belief that I am not enough, or nothing is working for me, or whatever that limiting belief might be, or fear. It can do that. And so coaching, working with me is giving yourself the opportunity to look in a mirror at yourself and in a safe, loving space, making peace with your shadows, opening up the space for you to feel fear, anger, frustration, anxiety, and know that it's okay, because these are signs, these are messengers. Well, beautifuls, I can't wait to connect with you guys throughout this week and going forward. Thanks again for being here. Thank you for showing up and watching this TGIM live replay. and showing up for yourself each and every day. Emmy gave a wave. I love you, and we can raise the love on the planet, you and me together, okay? All of us. All of us. All of us. Thank you to that which is greater for giving us the earth we walk on, the air we breathe, the nourishment to feed our bodies and souls, and the water to cleanse us, mind, body, spirit. Oh. Emmy, would you like to finish off and say something today?
Yes.
Yeah, what would you like to say?
Mine now.
Well, many blessings to you guys this week, and thank you again. I am curious to know what's your aha, insight, or appreciation from today's video. You can let me know in the comments. Mwah. Anything, babe, before we go?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Well, Emmy does like to say, be kind and always do your best.
And rise up.
And rise up.
That's what I want to say.
Love you guys. Take care. Peace.
That was fun.
That was
I
fun.
can't find my journal.
We're still live. You can't find your journal. Well, we will find that for you.